Hey everyone! You're watching Turkish Spotlight Secrets. Every twist, every whisper, every clue is in this video. Make sure you hit subscribe and share before we dive into the details. Thank you for being here and keeping the spotlight bright. The entertainment world is in a spin again, and this time the storm centers on Yağmur Yüksel. A private letter from years ago, said to be written by Yağmur to Barış Baktaş when their connection was still fragile and new, has surfaced online and is already setting timelines on fire. The tone of the note is disarmingly direct. What was once shared only with a trusted circle has slipped into the public eye, and the raw emotion on those pages is impossible to ignore. The words lift the curtain on the feelings that swept through Yağmur at the time, her fascination with Barış, the doubts that occasionally tugged at her, and the push and pull of a bond that meant more than she could admit in public. One line, in particular, has everyone holding their breath. Yağmur writes that she finally understood who Barış really was, and that realization rattled her more deeply than she expected. It's the kind of confession that suggests friction beneath the glossy surface and hints that the couple once weathered a storm they chose to face in silence. For fans who love them separately and together, the intimacy of that moment lands like a tremor, revealing a corner of their story that was never meant to be seen. As soon as the letter appeared, social platforms erupted. Supportive messages poured in for Yağmur, praising her courage and vulnerability. Others waited to see whether Barış would address the revelations or allow the noise to burn out on its own. For months, whispers about their shared past have floated through gossip circles, but this note, if authentic, offers a rare window into how they felt when the world wasn't watching. And in that window, you can almost feel the room grow quiet. The attention around the letter isn't just about curiosity. It reframes the narrative people thought they knew about Yağmur and Barış. Beyond the red carpets, set lights, and viral clips, there is a private history marked by wonder, hesitation, and learning. Whether the relationship was sparking or fading at the time, Yağmur's words carry a weight that is both youthful and wise, painting a picture of a woman trying to balance her heart and her instincts. Right now, that balance is all anyone is talking about, and the note has become the latest obsession across entertainment feeds. Every hour, new theories spin up. Did a friend save the message and share it later? Did it leak by accident, or was it meant to redirect the conversation around them? Rumors suggest that more fragments may exist, drafts, texts, or voice notes, sleeping in an old phone backup or tucked away in a dusty folder. Some claim the letter is only the beginning, a spark from a much larger kindling of private moments that might soon come to light. Whether those rumors reach daylight remains to be seen, but the appetite for answers is unmistakable. In the days since the first post, the letter has climbed into trending territory, and the spotlight has swung hard back to the duo. Insiders say Yağmur could speak soon, either to steady the narrative or to let the letter stand on its own. Close observers note how consistent the tone feels with the way she has always carried herself, honest, reflective, unwilling to turn away from hard truths when they matter. Meanwhile, guesses about Barış's next move run the gamut: a quiet like, a simple story post, a thoughtful sit-down interview. Whatever he does, whether he speaks or stays silent, will be read like a headline. Just when everyone thought the frenzy might ease, a fresh wave hit. Entertainment blogs reported that the note dates back to a period when both were juggling career pressure and personal expectations. In that context, the intensity on the page lands with even more power. The letter captures the dizzy glow of early affection alongside the razor-edge anxiety that can creep in when a connection starts to matter. You can feel her admiration for Barış in every line, and you can sense the uncertainty that shadowed that admiration, too, like a reflection that never stops shifting. There is a sentence many are quoting already, paraphrased in countless captions. Yağmur claims the moment she recognized Barış without the glitter of first impressions, it shook her to the center. The words suggest fights that were never public, nights of long conversations, and mornings where choices had to be made. They also hint that she placed profound importance on that bond, even when the ground beneath it was unsteady. The honesty of it all explains why the internet can't look away. When you hear a heart tell the truth, even in whispers, it has a way of echoing. Reaction has been swift and divided. Some fans are applauding Yağmur's willingness to own her feelings, saying that the same straightforwardness that makes her compelling on-screen or on camera is exactly what gives the letter its pulse. Others are more curious about Barış's perspective, arguing that every story has two sides and that relationships are made of both. Tabloids insist this is just the prologue and that more context is coming, possibly sooner than anyone expects. Whether that is hopeful hype or a warning shot, no one can say for sure. If you look closely, the emotional temperature of the letter reveals something we often miss beneath the lights: sensitivity. For all the confidence Yağmur projects in public, there is a quiet tenderness at her core, and the letter lays it bare without apology. Fans who only know the polished snapshots are seeing a new angle, one where growth is messy and lessons arrive without a script. That shift, from image to interior, has turned a single note into a cultural moment, a conversation about how we love, how we learn, and how we heal. Of course, the internet never runs on facts alone. There are competing narratives about why the letter is out now and who benefits from the timing. Some insist it's a deliberate release meant to anchor their timeline, others say it's an unplanned breach by someone who misread the boundaries of friendship. The only certainty is that interest keeps growing. Threads multiply, clips circulate, and side-by-side comparisons are everywhere. No matter where you stand, it's impossible to deny the impact. The past, once a private room with the door shut, has opened a crack, and everyone is peeking in. The buzz peaked again when a new detail emerged. Apparently the note was first shared in a small group chat, then copied into an email as proof of feelings that were hard to describe aloud. That version, according to whispers, is what finally slipped into public view. Whether that trail is real or imagined, it adds a detective story energy to the saga, and fans are combing through old interviews and posts, matching dates, tones, and phrases like forensic readers looking for truth in the margins. Every discussion returns to that pivotal realization, her dawning recognition of Barış's beyond charm, beyond momentum, beyond the thrill of being seen. She suggests that the awakening hurt because it was honest, and honesty is seldom comfortable. That theme, more than any single sentence, is what resonates now. It invites empathy without asking for pity, and it allows both of them to be human instead of headlines. To some, that's the real story, not drama for drama's sake, but growth in real time, preserved in ink. After the initial shock, the tone online started to shift. Many supporters began framing the letter as a snapshot of two people navigating fame, pressure, and hope. The narrative moved from scandal to understanding, from accusation to reflection. Commenters shared their own experiences of discovering who someone truly is after the first glow fades. In the middle of it all, a quiet chorus formed: let them own their past without turning it into a battlefield. It's a softer refrain, but it's getting louder. Still, the chase for the next revelation hasn't stopped. Reporters with sources in their orbit say another piece, perhaps a response or a later journal entry, might exist. If it surfaces, it could show how they negotiated that turning point, whether it drew them closer, or led them to reset the rules between them. It could also show nothing more than two people learning in private, which, ironically, may be the story that deserves the spotlight most. The letter has made one thing clear: behind crafted images are real hearts searching for footing. Yağmur's voice, tender and certain, cuts through the noise. Barış's silence, measured and steady, says its own kind of plenty. Where they go from here is theirs to decide. The rest of us will keep guessing, but maybe the lesson is to let their truths breathe without trying to script the ending for them. We're wrapping up, but the conversation around this leak is far from over. Whether more pieces emerge or the story quiets down, the note has already changed the way people see Yağmur, Yüksel and Barış Baktaş, as individuals and as a pair. If there's a next chapter, we'll be here to follow it. You've been watching Turkish Spotlight Secrets. If you enjoyed this deep dive, remember to subscribe and share. Until next time, take care and keep your eyes on the spotlight.